Hey, Action Shelf listeners, before we jump into the show itself, we want to tell you about how you can get even more action in your life.
Mm.
That appeals to
More
you.
action. More action, you
More
say,
action,
John.
you say. Yes. If you go over to our Podbean patron page, that's patron.podbean.com/punchup. You can listen to Lisman and I watch, what's this? Good action movies.
Good action movies, you say?
That's right, a change of pace. We thought behind the paywall, let's give people something of quality. So
And give us something of quality.
I know, it's
you
such
know?
a pleasure to do that. So twice a month, you and I will be doing commentary tracks that you can download for
Yes.
good action movies, all kinds of awesome stuff from a lot of our heroes like John Woo. And we've done stuff from the John Wick franchise and Sylvester Stallone, Arnold Schwarzenegger, all the guys we never get to talk about on here.
Yeah, stuff we legitimately love and love to share with you all.
Yeah.
So
So you can listen to that as well as other cool exclusive content from the Punch Up Entertainment Network shows. Once again, the address for that is patron.podbean.com/punchup. And now, into the action.
The Action Show. The Action Show. The Action Show. The Action Show.
Welcome to the Action Shelf, the podcast that celebrates the glory of B action movies. I'm John Campbell.
I'm Michael Listman.
Oh, Listman, we continue to roll along as best we can here. This podcast is an endurance test at times, I would say.
I'd like to think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I want to, before we talk about this week's movie, I want to talk about an interaction we had on social media.
Yes.
We record these several weeks in advance, this show. So I want to talk about a couple weeks ago we were doing our July Cage match, where we were watching Nicolas Cage movies, and we watched a little film called Stolen, if you recall this, right? And on that episode, we were talking about the work of the actors in that, and something we always talk about, is how rough it is to sit through these movies, right? Well,
yes.
Something we don't often think about is what is it like to actually be in one of these movies? And look, when we do this show, I don't ever necessarily expect it to get to the people involved in the movies.
Of course.
But, man...
Not that we're ever, vicious, in our critiques, but even if we aren't expecting it to get to those people, we're still we're understanding.
But boy, was I surprised when notification showed up that one Josh Lucas reached out to us to talk about Stolen. And he just gave us a quick comment here, and here's what he had to say about Stolen. He said, "One of the worst movies I have ever had the pleasure to make." But he absolutely loved Nicolas Cage.
Well, it seems like Nicolas Cage is really easy to work with.
Yeah.
So
that was what he said. But very fun to see one of the stars of a movie acknowledge with us that it is one of the worst films on his resume.
Sure. And, I think we said this a lot doing the episode. We could tell that Josh Lucas was having a lot of fun with
that is what I said back to him. I did say it seems like you were having as much fun as you could with that insane character.
Right, exactly.
But he knows that. I mean, it is a thing one of the things I liked about hearing that from him was it's something we talk about is do these people know that these aren't their finest things? And in his case, he did.
Yeah, if they are, grounded, well-adjusted individuals, I'm assuming they all recognize what it is for.
Well, and he's somebody who's been in really good stuff too.
Yeah.
So I think he kind of know, you know the quality when you're in quality stuff. When he's on Yellowstone, that writing's a lot better than when he's in Stolen. So I very appreciate Josh Lucas reaching out to us there.
Yeah,
and
so sweet.
Yeah, very very nice of him. So and made me like him more. Once again, I'm like, I became more of a fan of him as an actor that he would even bother to say anything to our silly little show. So happy to.
I'd love to sit down with somebody who like actually like a long form a conversation with somebody who works on one of these, because it's so interesting. I think that's
something we're definitely looking to do in the future, and I think probably will get somebody from the Action Shelf space on this show at some point for an interview, because
especially that's like a dream for this
especially
show,
people who do these kind of movies regularly. Like, what is it like? Because I'm always thinking, watching this week's movie, I was thinking about this. People who go from one of these to another one, who make 4 or 5 of these a year. What is that experience like? What is that career like? Because this week on the show, we did watch Abduction. What was this? 2019's Abduction.
Yes.
Not to be confused with, once again, much like the previously mentioned Stolen, there are many movies called Abduction out there. But we watched 2019's Abduction, starring our boy Scott Adkins.
Love Scott.
We love Scott, and I will say, regardless of what we're about to say about this movie, still love Scott.
Still love Scott. Oh yeah, definitely. Maggie and I were constantly referring to the fact that Scott might be the only reason to watch this movie.
100%.
Like he's bringing a natural charisma to a truly abysmal script. So not everything's working that he's doing. But like,
this was my perception watching the movie. This felt like a Sci-Fi Channel movie that had
100%
that was raised in quality by the presence of Scott Adkins, and through Scott Adkins, some really good fight scenes.
Yes.
Excellent,
some real hand-to-hand fight scenes.
Great stuff. Anytime they weren't fighting, this movie is abysmal and unwatchable.
Yeah, yes.
But when they're fighting, legitimately rules.
Pretty good.
Because also,
the
the other reason to watch, I think the other reason to watch is Andy On, who's the other lead in this, who is also an excellent martial artist and a pretty decent actor.
I would love to see him in something with a better script.
Yeah, I'm
wondering if that had to do with the sort of stilted performance. I'm very hesitant to just say he was bad at the.
It's interesting though. I mean, maybe it just speaks to, because I thought maybe he's not as good as Adkins, but I thought they were pretty good, and I thought literally everyone else was horrible, actively horrible in this movie.
Yeah,
like really bad. Andy On though is a guy who's, he's also, I'm sure we'll get around to some more movies of his, because he's done a lot of martial arts films. In fact,
I loved all of his fight scenes. Really
incredible,
good, so.
Incredible.
Yeah.
He's in a great martial arts movie I like called True Legend. And he and Scott Adkins are actually reteaming in this from Black Mask 2, which is the, if anyone remember, I'm a big fan of the first Black Mask with Jet Li.
That was the Donnie Yen, or no.
It's Jet Li. You're thinking of, what is the name of it? Legend
of the Mask?
Yeah, I think it's Legend of the Mask.
Oh, okay.
Which is a similar, he's got a similar look in that.
Okay, gotcha.
Legend of the Mask. Yes. Yeah, I think that's right. Anyway, yes, Black Mask 2. They were in that. Andy On also in Michael Mann's Black Hat and Jackie Chan's new Police Story. So, I mean, really good, once again, martial artist. I mean, once again, what can you do with this part, as you're saying? But good Lord, yeah, this movie, though, I mean, it's almost weird this movie has as much martial arts as it does, because other than that, it's a pretty shitty and dumb alien movie.
Yes. It doesn't mesh. It doesn't combine the two main things of this movie, which is martial arts film and aliens, very well. And anytime those two come together, it feels so strange.
Because like, as soon as Scott Adkins started busting out with the martial arts here, I was going, oh shit, okay, we're in like a martial arts movie. Then we'd spend 20 minutes doing gobbledygook sci-fi. I'm going, okay, and then we're back to kung fu. I'm like, shit, what is this thing? I don't know. This movie's a mess. Yes. This movie's objectively a mess.
Huge mess. I think Sci-Fi Original is the correct annotation.
That was the vibe.
Definitely
the script definitely has that vibe. The subject matter, the CG. And this comes to us from director Ernie Barbarash. Now, that name sounds familiar, does it not?
It does sound familiar.
That's
yeah.
because this is the third film of his, I believe, that we've done. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, right. Assassination Games. Which was actually
Game?
pretty good.
Pound of Flesh.
Right.
And now this.
That was okay.
So yeah, and I think there are more upcoming that we have of his too.
Man, Assassination Games really feels like an outlier here.
It really does. It really does. And actually, even Pound of Flesh looks better than this. This one looks really bad.
Well, we were obviously excited going into this because of Scott Adkins and the loose affiliation with Roger Corman.
Yeah, but, I don't know how. I mean, Roger Corman is sort of the king of the B movie, right?
Yeah.
I don't know how much real involvement Roger Corman had in this thing.
This feels very slap Tom Clancy's name on it.
Yeah, and also like executive producer Roger Corman, now in his 90s. I mean, the guy is still very much with it. I was actually just reading an interview with him the other day.
That's good.
But I think he's like semi-retired, and I love the man, but yeah, I mean, there's a distinct turn in his career where he starts executive producing a lot of the Sci-Fi Channel movies, and it's sort of like, how much is he really like there on set? He no longer actively writes or directs anything.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So this, because this doesn't have the I mean, Corman made schlock, but Corman made fun schlock. This doesn't have that. It doesn't have the sheen of. We just did a Roger Corman movie over on Meet the Monsters that was a blast. Like, it was very low budget and dumb, but it was so much fun. This doesn't have that Corman, like, we're just having a good time.
I will say, this movie doesn't have the self-seriousness of like a lot of the movie, like a lot of the worst movies we watch.
No, this is not awful. But I mean, this movie is objectively terrible.
It is awful, but there is a level of entertainment to get from it. Because it is so outrageous. It is so silly.
Yeah, the self-seriousness is not grim and gritty like a lot of the stuff we watch, which makes it real hard to sit. This is not a hard sit. It's just, this is bad.
It's just bad,
but it's also not hilariously bad. This is not, Hammerhead or Frankenfish territory.
Yes, that's true.
As much as you wish that was the case. Who's our writer on this? Mike McLean, writer of favorite of ours, Sharktopus.
Classic.
This guy wrote Sharktopus. He also wrote Dino Croc versus Super Gator, Piranaconda. So those are the first three scripts he has. Attack of the 50-Foot Cheerleader, which I have seen.
So there was an era of the Sci-Fi Channel where all they would do is combine two separate animals into one giant monster and then just release that movie. It seems like this writer is responsible for that entire phase of the Sci-Fi Channel.
That's when I'm looking at his writing career. I mean, the Sci-Fi Channel original movie comparisons are dead on here, based on the fact that the first 4 movies he wrote were Sci-Fi Channel originals. And then the movie he wrote before this is something called Operation Rogue, which seems like something we would watch, is a Mark Dacascos Treat Williams vehicle.
Oh boy!
So that's probably an upcoming episode, and then he's in pre-production on something called a soon to watch on this show movie, I'm sure, called Crime City. It's a city of crime.
Oh boy!
Crime City. Coming soon from Roger Corman. Cobra Gator. Okay. All right.
Just when you thought all of the animal combinations had already been done.
Cobra Gator.
Apparently nobody thought of Cobra Gator. I don't know.
Do you think they just sit around in a room going, "Oh, what do we got? A bear and what?"
Maybe there's a wall of pictures of animals, and they just kind of like take the pictures off and like put them together as like potential combinations.
Well, because I gotta say, looking at Roger Corman's career as of late, it's a lot of these kind of movies. Sharktopus versus Terracuda. I think I gotta say though, I want to see Sharktopus versus, this is not one of my favorites, Whale Wolf. It's a whale wolf.
Whale wolf.
Whale wolf.
Hold on. Whale wolf.
Whale wolf. Yeah. We
Huh.
should. We may have to do a month of these at some point. Of just
Probably. Yeah.
Of just the thing. Because, there's a lot of these. Piranaconda, camel spider. Oh, I remember camel spiders.
Yes.
Dino shark, Scorpius giganticus. I think we saw that one, too. We've seen a lot of these, folks.
Oh, yeah.
This movie, I mean, it does lack that because it doesn't have because the aliens in this thing are pretty lame.
I mean, it's just dudes in hoods.
Yeah.
You know, it's really all with some Voldemort makeup on, you know.
Yeah. Let's do I have a budget on this thing? That's a good question.
That is a great question. Yeah, let's play.
Right.
Game.
I have it in yen. I have to convert this. I have to convert this here to the US dollar. Give me a sec. That's a 40 40 million yen. Okay. Listman. Okay, I have the budget here. Okay, so it's 40 million yen. I can tell you that. I don't know if that doesn't help you.
Not really. I'm gonna say $5 million.
Okay, 2.9 is what I have there.
I was gonna guess lower. I was gonna guess 3, but
2.94 million according to the conversion.
This movie.
This is cheap.
This movie does not do the thing that we often recommend, and I'm surprised more movies don't take our advice. You know, but
they need to be like Hollywood star Josh Lucas and actually listen to this show.
Yeah, exactly. I think more quality films will get made if people actually start listening to us.
Yeah.
But this movie is way too ambitious for the 2.9 million budget.
way too ambitious because the beginning of this movie they set up so much stuff about these aliens and their mythos, and then does this thing just peter out.
Yep.
When you realize, nothing's gonna come of any of this, is it?
They have nothing. Okay,
No.
Great.
Yeah. Because, I mean, let's talk about this movie really throws us in. It starts with this guy pushing a cart of bodies. I was thinking very much Bring Out Your Dead here.
Yeah.
And they've lined up these unconscious people on a slab. And they're putting this weird, like, alien, they call them spiders, don't they?
I don't know if I wrote down spiders in my notes. I don't remember them actually referring to those things by name.
I think somebody says they're like spiders or something like that.
Okay.
But anyway, there are these devices that clamp onto people's, I guess, brainstem is the idea, right?
Sure.
Yeah, they clamp onto the neck and
the legs went around the brain. It doesn't matter.
I don't know,
whatever.
but it's and the whole idea throughout the movie we'll see is that these devices turn people into drones to be controlled by the aliens.
Yes.
So actually, this guy is pulling them off because these are presumably dead bodies, I guess, at the beginning here.
Right, which the spiders can still puppet a dead body.
Yeah,
which they reveal, but I don't know why. I don't know why he's removing that. I don't know
either. But Scott Adkins wakes up on this slab.
He doesn't have a spider on him.
He does not. No, I don't understand. So what is he going to pull it off of these? And he goes, and also I've got to add one to that guy.
I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah. So he wakes up on the table, and he just sneaks out of here. I just write Scott sneaks about.
Scott just stands up and walks out of the room because this guy who's removing these spiders is incredibly oblivious. This is not the last time he will be bamboozled by walking away. You know?
No, what the weird thing later though is like we're gonna have to distract this guy though. It's like, well, no, because I saw Scott Adkins just get up and run out of here.
Yeah, yeah, that was an unnecessary tactic. That
will get.
We'll get there.
Even.
But yeah.
So yeah. So he's looking for his daughter Lucy, who he finds in a cage.
Yes.
And let's see, we got a mind control.
And this is like a ritual. It's set up like a ritual or something. There's like 6 people in cages.
Right.
spaced evenly apart, and then there's like a dais like in front or something, like a symbol.
Right. We don't quite know what's going on, but all these sort of zombie-like people come at him, and it's time to just start kicking the shit out of people, man.
Hell yeah.
And
I was ready. I was ready at this point.
I was absolutely ready. I will tell you about the music across the board in this thing is fucking atrocious.
Atrocious. Like, most of the time, bad music is I don't remember the music in this movie. I do remember the music in this movie because it was so bad and obnoxious, and distracted me from scenes.
It's unceasing. I think the same piece of music plays for the whole runtime.
Yeah, somebody made a 30-second loop and just played it over and over again.
By the way, hour 40 runtime. I paused this right when it went to credits. Hour 30, 10 minutes of credits on this sucker.
Oh wow, yeah,
that's
about right.
Yeah, and I don't think that many people worked on it.
No.
I do like that he is bow staff fighting here at the beginning. He grabs like a pipe he finds and starts swinging away at these people.
Yeah, these aliens have like a mind control spider technology, but they don't have like laser guns or like this alien society, the alien technology, the alien motivation is so murky and ill like defined.
Well, they're both high tech and like ancient ordery.
Yes.
And the movie can't really land on a place between them because they're sort of these weird, like, creepy monk-like figures in their robes who have ancient devices that open portals, but also they have super futuristic mind control, but they are in like an old temple, not like a high-tech spaceship.
And they are all proficient in kung fu for some reason.
Oh, everybody is ready to throw down with these characters.
I think that's maybe the big takeaway from this movie is that there's a lot of elements introduced, and the screenplay or the script makes no effort to tie any of them together. Because those ideas would be very disparate and difficult to sew together. But this movie doesn't even attempt to do that, which I suppose I could applaud them for.
It's just introducing random things and going and thinking like if we introduce enough things, that will distract from the lack of plot.
Exactly. Yes.
But as we're saying, we always love to see Scott Adkins fight because this guy, oh my God, he's one of the best martial artists in film.
Oh yeah.
And he is beating the shit out of these people, and it's cool as hell. Yeah. And so at this point in the movie, I'm thinking, hey, okay, I'm on board for this.
Sure, yeah. It's a flimsy excuse for some fight scenes. I'm down for that.
That's most of the movies we watch.
That's true.
Okay, so what were you saying? Why to what?
I was just wondering, and I like the other, but why did this movie not just focus on Scott Adkins?
Yeah, I thought the same thing because there's long sections where where he's not in it, and I'm just going.
It's not quite to the level of Nicolas Cage and Jiu-Jitsu, but it almost feels that way to me, because I did come here for I came here because we're doing this podcast, but I was excited because of Scott Adkins, and I felt a little cheated that he wasn't in this.
And
movie
he's the only guy on the poster for it.
Yes,
so exactly. It does feel like they a little bit gave us a bait and switch here. I mean, because
they did not advertise it as a two-hander.
No, and it really is very much a two-hander.
Yes.
And they're both kind of after the same thing,
right? So they have the same motivation, they have the same goals. Maybe because
there's a few interesting ideas, and one of them is this man at a time thing with Scott Adkins, where he had gone after the aliens into their world, which moves at a different, relative time than ours, right?
Yes.
That's interesting. That could be something.
Yes.
But then they don't do enough with that.
And if you are going to do a two-hander, I think it would make more sense to have Scott Adkins and the other character, who I think his name was Connor.
It was
Connor, and
by the way, that classic
Quinn.
Vietnamese name, Connor.
Well, is he Vietnamese?
That I can't tell you.
He only speaks English in the movie, which gives me the impression that maybe he's an American. But I don't know.
I don't know is the answer.
Yeah. But it would make more sense if maybe they knew each other, so there's some sort of pre-existing relationship between the two of them. Because otherwise, it's just like, well, we've never met before, but we're gonna fight to help each other.
Right.
It's like, why? You don't know
Wait,
each
your
other.
daughter
There's
got
no
taken by
reason.
aliens? My wife got taken by aliens. Did we just become best friends?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's very much the Martha Batman and Superman moment.
What was that name? Say that name again.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very much that. So let's see. Then this hooded figure comes in and sends an energy blast that knocks Scott Adkins out the side wall of this alien palace.
Yes, the stone alien palace on an alien planet.
And
we get to see a lovely CG alien landscape.
Oh,
which is
yeah. You mean like
a lot of... Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, it's just like a field and trees with a blue-green filter on it.
Yes. Yes. Welcome to Green Planet.
Yeah, it's sort of thing where it's
green.
It's like our world, but everything is more green. And we mean everything.
Not in a natural... including the star, like including the sun in the sky and like the planet orbiting by. And everything.
Man, one thing we have discovered about these action show movies, they love to just slap a filter on stuff and go like, "Good enough." Done and done. Well, I cranked up the green in the color correction program. Yeah, that's alien enough.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Like I could go in and take this footage and do that to it right now, and it would take me like 30 seconds.
The image reminds me of like an early 2000s like screensaver or like a desktop background.
Yes.
You know? Yeah, that's what this landscape reminded me of.
Yeah, that like pseudo fantasy thing that isn't from anything specific. Yeah,
exactly. Just generic landscape.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, Scott falls. Presumably 100, maybe 1,000 feet, and then lands in the water and is fine.
But when he swims out of the water, he's in a fountain in downtown Vietnam.
Yes,
this downtown city of what was it? It was like he's in Victory Park, right?
Yeah, Victory Park. I don't remember the name of the city in Vietnam that he's in.
Let me see where Victory Park. Oh, Victory Park, I think, is a real thing.
Yeah, I would assume that
Victory Park. He's in Victory. Oh, there's a lot of this stuff. Has officially arrived. Oh, I can't find this. Instead I found a Vietnamese restaurant in Dallas, Texas. So that's the best I could do.
So this park may or may not actually exist. We can't confirm.
Yeah, no, I don't know anything about that. Once again, another movie that's set somewhere and the location is not done anything with, right?
Yeah, not really.
Did they?
They did actually film in Vietnam.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes, they did. Okay. Yeah. So that's what I
good.
mean, where it doesn't. But it's like, whatever.
Yeah.
Because when he goes and he looks at the he's like, where the hell am I? And he's like, wait a minute, Vietnam. I don't. This is crazy. Meanwhile, though, let's check in with Connor, who at this point I'm just calling Guy in Suit.
Well, before we go to Connor, is this where the hit song "When You're a Hero" starts playing?
You got it.
Yeah, "When You're a Hero, You Never Die" is the only lyric I wrote down because I don't know if there's any other lyrics.
Yeah, it's this is the cut to Connor, right? That the song plays.
Yes.
Because he's walking down the street in his crisp suit, and he walks into this criminal nightclub.
Mm-hmm.
And you gotta love he just takes out everybody here.
Mm-hmm.
But then when he gets into the bathroom here, he's questioning a guy by dunking his head in the toilet.
Can we just put a kibosh on putting somebody's head in a toilet and seeing it from the upwards towards the face?
I know.
Can we please stop doing that? Like, it's been done so many times.
Yeah. Lebowski, I think, kind of did it the best, and you just kind of go from there.
I don't know if The Big Lebowski was the first, but
it's the best.
Yeah, yes, I think so. We don't need to do it anymore.
Nope,
Okay.
yeah, agreed. Let's just end that in film. Do something else.
Just do something else. Okay. Yeah. Like people can still be like, tortured or interrogated using a toilet. Mm-hmm. That's fine. But don't do that one shot from like below the face in the water. We don't need that anymore.
No, we sure don't. And he's telling him
it's not novel anymore.
The message he wants to say is that this territory belongs to Connor's saying this territory belongs to his boss, so they need to get out of here because it's.
Oh,
there's also a gangster movie plot that is kind of introduced and dropped in this film.
That's true. Okay, so yeah, maybe Connor is from Vietnam.
He must be. Well, because there's even the scene where they flash back that she wanted to marry a hero, and he's in like a Vietnamese army uniform. It's not an American army uniform. So I think he is supposed to be from Vietnam. English? Well, because this actor's American.
Why is his name Connor?
Yeah, his name is Connor. The actor's American. He's speaking English. Because this guy, Andy On, is from Los Angeles.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, because he speaks with an American accent throughout the movie.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
Which is... It does that confusing thing because there's also Vietnamese actors who are speaking English, but they have Vietnamese accents.
Everybody else is Vietnamese. Almost every other actor is actually Vietnamese or Chinese.
So then that brings up a weird disconnect of some people are speaking with an accent and other people are not speaking with an accent. Well, are they all just speaking English?
Especially because Scott Adkins is meant to be an outsider for being British, because they keep talking about we got to get him to the British embassy. Yes. He's different. He's an Englishman. Why is he here? But then also our main Vietnamese guy is weirdly American.
And anytime this movie does a thing that drives me up the wall.
But his wife is clearly Vietnamese.
Yes, his wife is clearly Vietnamese. And anytime two Vietnamese characters are talking to each other, and there's nobody else here, they're speaking in English,
right?
Which drives me up the wall. I know that like there's a certain level of I don't know how necessary it is, but it drives me up the wall when people aren't speaking their native language.
Yeah, you see that less and less these days. Like you see more people including other languages in movies. I feel like now.
Yeah, or at least come up with like a narrative reason.
Yeah,
why they're speaking English. I don't know, man. I don't.
So then he goes, that's right, so that you've learned your lesson. And then when Connor walks out into the club, everyone in the club is dead. Did he murder this whole club of people?
I assume that's what they're implying. That he killed everybody just to interrogate this one man in a bathroom.
But how and what? I mean, like everybody just died silently?
He had a...
Because the guy in the bathroom didn't hear any murders outside. And he murdered 20 people in a nightclub.
Also, how long did it take him to murder all these people? Like, how long was this guy in the bath? I guess he was doing coke in the bathroom.
I guess so, yeah, but Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
And so
there wasn't was there music, like club music playing?
I don't think so.
Scene?
I think there was still just a terrible score.
Nothing to stop this man from hearing, like, just a truly unsettling amount of murder happening outside this bathroom.
I guess so. Meanwhile,
and this is one of our main protagonists. He's not an antagonist in this movie. He is the protagonist, and he just murdered a room, like a nightclub full of people. Yep. Okay.
Meanwhile, Scott Adkins is wandering around trying to figure out what the hell's going on, and he's stealing a jacket from a clothesline. And he can barely talk because he has this stutter, and he doesn't know who he is or what's going on.
Yes.
Okay. We just check in with him briefly.
Okay, yeah. That's all we get from Scott for a while.
Yeah, and then I guess we're supposed to like Connor because even though he just murdered all these people, he goes to the mob boss and says, well, I'm done. That was the last job I did. And then my favorite character, who I only referred to as Hook Hand.
Hook Hand Henchman?
Hook Hand Henchman is like, man, you don't get to just walk away. You don't tell us when you're done.
And this guy, Hook Hand Henchman, or Hook Hand Henry, if you will, has an Australian accent.
Yes, he does.
Or some sort of Aussie accent, which is
weird. Another weird thing in this movie. They can't make up their mind about any of this stuff at all. So let's see. This character does have a name, I think. Sonny, Paul W. He
Okay.
Oh, he's in Shang-Chi.
Oh, yes. He's the. Is he one of the henchmen in Shang-Chi? I'm
He
trying to
plays
remember.
Chancellor Hui.
Huh.
I don't remember him offhand, but I don't know. And
Oh, I see.
it doesn't
I
say
see what
where
you did there, John. Offhand, because his hand.
because his hand is off.
Yeah.
No,
Hand off.
yeah. But yeah, he's here to go. He's upset, but the mob boss is like, no, he's fine. Let him quit. Whatever. So he so then he goes home to his wife. He goes, "Great news, honey. I'm not a criminal anymore." And she goes, "Oh, I've heard this before."
And he like briefly convinces her, right? Like
Yeah.
it's a very weird
But
setup.
her
for
whole
scene.
thing is, "I married a hero, and now you're a gangster." What does any of this matter? What the hell does any of this have to do with anything in this movie?
I don't know, John. I don't know. They want to give stakes for like, yeah, because they don't really have a character arc for the character for this guy for Connor.
Oh
the
no,
Vietnamese
not really. I mean, other than the guy loves his wife and he basically sacrifices himself at the end of the movie to save her.
Yes, which is pretty.
Yeah.
So like that should have tied into. That ending should have tied in. Should be the culmination of what this is setting up, right? This scene should set up his decision at the end of the movie to sacrifice himself. Like he's being selfish. Maybe
I guess
at the beginning of the movie.
Yeah, I guess the idea is that he's not being heroic, so the self-sacrifice is heroic at the end. Because we keep coming back to this. I married a hero, but now you're a gangster.
Yes.
But he doesn't. I don't. But the problem with that is the gangster plot gets dropped so fast because the aliens.
Yes,
So,
exactly. There's no time for the
doesn't
gangster
matter.
plot. Yeah.
This movie.
It would have been
as a script. This thing is atrocious.
It's atrocious. Yeah, if they just had it follow one, instead of making it a two-hander, they just had it follow one person, there would have been enough time to fully develop a character arc for this main protagonist. But instead, they're like, I don't know, we'll split it into two so that there's not enough time to tell either person's story.
Right, yeah, because when, she initially is like, that's great, but then she sees the blood on his collar. That's what I have written here.
Yes.
And she's like, I just wrote, hates his
she
criminal
knows
ways.
that he kills people.
Yeah, because we
for a
get the
living.
flashback later where she finds the gun hidden in their apartment.
Yes. So what?
Hates
Why
his criminal
now?
life
Why
is
is
what I wrote.
now the time when she is like, no, I'm done? You know what I mean? Like, why isn't it when she finds out that he is a contract killer?
Yeah.
Like, why is that not the straw that broke the camel's back? Why is it finding a little bit of blood on the collar and being like, you know what?
Especially when he goes, I'm done. And then she's just, but he goes, no, I quit that life. And she goes, she basically says something equivalent of, I've heard that before. So this guy has quit before, but then come back. Is that the implication here?
I think so.
Oh, for
why isn't
Christ's
she,
sake.
why isn't her argument, no, you've already killed people. You're already a killer. I don't want to be with a killer, or something like that. Instead of you. It's so weird, John.
This movie's bad.
Yeah. It's bad. It turns out pretty bad.
It doesn't work. Meanwhile, Scott Adkins is now sleeping on the streets of Vietnam before some cops hassle him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He still can't say, I think he can't say like Vietnam or British embassy or whatever.
Right.
But yeah, they just hassle him.
Don't worry. He
leaves.
still knows his kung fu because he beats the ever-living shit out of these guys.
Which, even if you're not a fan of police officers, that seems like probably a bad decision.
They really hadn't done anything too bad to him. They were telling
they
him
were being mean. Sure, but that doesn't mean you should break their arms.
No, he definitely escalated to violence before them.
Yes, exactly.
And he just gets tased. Thank God he's in Vietnam. He'd be fucking dead in America. They would have shot him 18 times by now.
Yeah.
But so he gets tased.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're back to Connor.
It's like every time they cut to Scott, it's just 15 seconds. And then like Connor gets way more screen time, I think.
I'm wondering if that's a budget saving thing. Like Scott Adkins costs more, probably.
Yes. Yeah. Unfortunately.
I saw Scott Adkins had an executive producer credit on this too, but something tells me this is not a lot of creative involvement from him, because
Yeah.
we've some of the stuff he has really developed has been his better stuff. So because he knows from quality, because we've seen good and bad Scott Adkins movies on here.
Of course. Yeah.
So yeah. Meanwhile, Connor wakes up and these hooded guys are taking his wife, and he's like, "Hey, what the hell?" And then when he tries to shoot them, it goes into this like warped kind of thing where he's suddenly way far away from the bedroom.
Yeah, the bullet disintegrates in an effect that you'd find in a 1992 film.
Yeah.
And then the room sort of almost like star wipes away, like turns into a pinpoint. I don't remember what that transition is called, but like,
oh yeah.
This is maybe the worst effect in the movie.
And
there's some bad effects in this movie.
It all feels like built-in effects in Adobe Premiere. It doesn't feel like anybody really worked on the effects on this movie.
No,
these are preset things in the editing program.
It's buck wild, John.
This thing just. It really is. You're just going like, man. This is another thing where it's like 2.9 million. What could we do with 2.9 million? Something better than this.
Yeah.
This is not. You don't have the money to make an effects-driven thing.
No.
So yeah, he's all upset. But then Hookhand, old Hookhand henchman, calls Connor and says, "You better get out of there, man. People are coming for you." And who are these people exactly? Because we get this big shootout in the hallway turned fist fight.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
I don't know,
because they're not the aliens, and they're not associated with the aliens.
They're the other gang that he killed, the people in the club, I guess. I just wrote that he goes full John Wick because he's doing a lot of punching, kicking, and then shooting a guy 3 times in the head. It's not as good as a John Wick sequence.
No, but it feels very, very inspired by.
Yeah,
John
we're definitely in that post John Wick thing where every action movie has got to be John Wick.
Yes.
So yeah. So yes, right, because they do eventually capture him and they bring him to the mob boss, who rolls out those like rusty pliers and stuff, and he's like, "Oh, we'll get answers from you." And I'm going, about what?
What?
I don't.
Why not just kill him? Because do you not know that he killed everybody in your club? Like what are you?
Yeah.
I don't know, John.
But don't worry, because
they said we want answers just because that's what would be in a scene where there's torture.
We want answers, and then he proceeds to kill all these guys, and we never do find what they want, and he's out of there. All right, let's go to Scott Adkins, who wakes up in the hospital with these 2 nurses who are being real dicks to him.
Yes. Yeah, everybody's kind of an asshole to Scott.
I don't quite understand that. Yeah, but they're like, look at this fucking loser. And these guys kind of had American accents.
They did, yes.
For Vietnamese nurses.
Yeah.
Great.
Best not to think about it.
Yeah, so he's strapped to a gurney. They're being shitty. He, just because he's so strong and he's Scott Adkins, he breaks out of his restraints and grabs one of these guys by the throat.
Just starts assaulting nurses in a hospital.
Yeah,
great.
But they do sedate him here, and then this is where we meet the doctor woman, who is a terrible actor,
Anna Pham.
Yeah, I found her to be pretty boring,
pretty bad. Yeah.
I mean, and she I like that she's like, "Hey, you two, enough with your tomfoolery."
They're like, "We were just assaulted by a patient."
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
Out of here, you crazy nurses. She does not have a lot of acting credits. I'm looking at the woman who plays this part here.
Yeah, no.
And
then the nurses are like, "I think she likes him," or something.
Yeah.
They're implying a future romance that is in no way explored or even attempted on screen.
No, because she will be unceremoniously killed later in the movie.
Yes, which I thought was pretty buck wild.
Yeah.
Why introduce this character? I don't know.
No one knows. No, I mean, there's no reason to introduce anything in this movie. Oh, I see. This woman is apparently a very famous model in Vietnam.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I mean, some models become good actors. I
Sure.
can't say she did.
Well, based on the movies I'm seeing in her credits,
Yeah.
it does not appear so.
No, she's only done a handful of things.
Yeah.
But she did host Vietnam's Next Top Model reality show. So, great.
Okay.
Yeah. Meanwhile, let's get back to Connor, though, right? Get away from Scott Adkins and back to Connor.
Yeah, we don't want to know anything about what Scott's up to.
So he goes to the mob boss and he goes, "Oh, it's crazy. I don't know what happened, but these Russian gangsters, because that's what they are. The other gang is Russian, apparently.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
They took my wife, and they're like, oh, they didn't take your wife. Maybe she just left you, man. That's probably what it is. But anyway, we'll help you find her." But meanwhile, Hook Hand is like, "I gotta go make a deal with some mysterious partners." Mm-hmm. And when Connor follows him, the Hook Hand henchman is in league with the aliens.
Yeah, because Connor leaves a listening device in that office, if I'm not mistaken.
Right, yeah.
And so he hears that Hook Hand, has taken the wife for a reason to make a deal of some sort.
Mysterious dealings.
And this scene.
Yeah.
This scene is crazy. Like, there's a lot of weird scenes. This is maybe one of the stranger scenes in the movie.
He gives them... he goes to this warehouse, because if there's one thing these action shelf movies always have, it's scenes in warehouses.
Always a warehouse, yeah.
So he gives them a case that contains a weird, like, ring.
Yes.
Like a magic ring.
Yes.
Like a big, like a Frisbee-sized one, not like a Lord of the Rings, like a ring you'd wear on your finger.
Yes, they are Frisbee golfers, this alien race.
They love to frolf.
I'm sad they cut that subplot out of the movie, but you had to do it.
Just get a montage of like do playing this Frisbee golf. Yeah. All right.
Just high-fiving.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Ah yeah.
Just turns into Caddyshack, but with Frisbee golf for like 15 minutes.
Yeah. Don't nobody worry about me. Yeah. Hey, these aliens gotta do something in their downtime.
They gotta have some sort of,
Ultimately, we felt the Frisbee golf subplot, while entertaining, really dragged the pacing of the movie down. So
yeah, we really cared about the tight knit, narrative that we've weaved.
So they give him a bag of diamonds, and he goes, "That's you owe me more. What about the rest of my payment?" And the guy, and this alien in the hood rolls his eyes like, "Oh boy."
These humans and their want of both of their hands. Can you believe?
Well, yeah, because that's the thing where you go. Listen, this is fucking crazy. You're right. He puts his hook hand in the case. This guy crushes the bag of diamonds.
Yes.
Then
and
pours
what comes out?
Oregano.
Maggie and I joked that he had a bunch of weed in there.
Yeah,
it did look like oregano.
Well, because I said they heal hand with magic seasoning. At first it did kind of look like weed, but the more he poured on, the more it looked like oregano or thyme or something like some kind of seasoning of some sort. And
maybe it's tea. Could be some green tea.
There you go. Yeah, actually, it could be something like that.
I know of several lovely Vietnamese green teas that could have been. So
there you go. Yeah. Do any of them restore the human hand?
We certainly advertise that.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely.
But then you put in the asterisk, results may vary.
Yeah, exactly. Talk to your doctor about hand healing tea magic.
Because once his hand is buried in this oregano, magic light and sound happens and his hand grows back.
So it's not just that the hand grows back, because the hook is gone.
Yes,
he didn't remove the hook.
It turns the hook into a hand.
Into a human hand. His human hand, theoretically.
Oh my god.
which is very strange.
Well, and that's the thing. They keep calling them aliens, but I'm going, these guys are like sorcerers more or something like that. This feels more fantasy than sci-fi at this point.
Because they're more from like I think they're from an alternate dimension.
Yeah, because they need to open this portal to get back home.
Yeah.
To their
Get
world.
Back, Joe.
Yeah. And Paul McCartney's like, I'm suing. Hello. Yes, Roger Corman, please.
I'd like his head, please.
Yeah. Have Roger Corman killed. Yeah.
I think Paul could have people killed.
I think Paul could have people killed. I think he's just too nice to do it, but I think he could if he wanted to.
Yeah, if he was a monster, yeah.
Oh my God,
Paul,
yeah.
Just think of the things Paul McCartney could get done.
I would love it if he kept saying that. I could have you killed if I wanted.
I could if I wanted. I am knighted after all, so I can decapitate you with a sword if I wanted to.
Yeah, one phone call, you're done for. I just don't feel like it.
I just need the Queen's approval, but I could do it.
Yeah,
I could do it
any day. Yeah. So yeah, his hand grows back, and then right after his hand grows back, so you've just seen this alien turn a hook into a hand on this guy. And Connor comes out of the shadows and pulls a gun on this alien. Like, don't nobody go anywhere, all right? I want answers.
Connor is so unfazed by what he has just seen.
Yeah.
It makes me believe that he was already in on this alien plot. Because otherwise, why wouldn't you be like, why isn't there just a reaction shot of, holy shit, he just made the hand come back with oregano? Like, that's crazy.
No, he just instantly pulls a piece on this guy and is like, all right, show me your hands, pal. Yeah, very, very dumb. And then what's this? The gun is instantly pulled out of his hands with magic, and then the gun is disassembled in midair in a very shoddy CGI effect.
Yes.
And he's like, oh, what? And so then he's like, all right, obviously, this guy has magic powers to heal a human hand and take a gun apart. I'm going to go at it with my fist.
Yes.
That's how this is going to work. And these two throw down for a while, but of course the alien easily takes him down before he just flies up into a portal in the ceiling.
This is the best effect in the movie, I think.
Like he just goes and just goes right into
Superman flies up, and then a portal just appears above him. Yeah. It's so good.
This is such a like 90s video game way to just go.
Yes. Yes.
When you just disappear at the end of a level or something, he just goes. It might as well have been a pipe, like really.
Yeah, it's just a green pipe comes down.
Yeah. It might as well have been that. It was not far off from that effect. Yeah. So anyway, now the doctor is at the hospital, is looking into the thing Scott Adkins was saying. Mm-hmm. And she's like, well, here's an article about him missing his daughter from 1985.
My God.
Wait a minute now. What is this about?
Hold on.
But anyway, back to Connor. Who now has tied up the artist formerly known as Hook Hand Henchman. And he's he's trying to beat info out of him, going, what is that? Who are those people? What's with the magic portals? Where's my wife?
Yeah, he's mostly asking about the wife. I feel like he's not really stressing the fact that he saw an alien heal a hand and fly into a portal. He's not really focusing on that, which, just trying to put myself in the shoes of the character here. Mm-hmm. How is that not all of your questions? Like, what the fuck was that, and what is happening?
And the guy doesn't really have any answers because he doesn't know.
No. So nothing comes out of this interrogation, as far as I can remember.
Mm-mm. We got to go back to the doctor talking to Scott Adkins. And can I say one of my favorite lines in this movie is, what year do you think it is? And I like Scott Adkins has been in out of the fountain for a couple days now, right? And he goes, "Oh, it's obviously good old 1985." Now, come on, nothing is indicated in when he was wandering the streets of Vietnam.
There's
Nothing
no technology that he saw that might stand out
in this
as
hospital. The hospital would have radically different technology.
Yeah, I mean, maybe you could just, it's like, I don't know, it's a different country. Maybe they have
Vietnam
different
is so
stuff.
much more technologically advanced.
Yes, yeah, he would have noticed by now that it is no longer 1985.
Also, can I talk about the amazing exchange that is, it's 2018. 2018? You mean like 2018? Oh boy. I mean,
great screenwriting. Yeah, this stuff like this that made me feel so bad for Scott. It was just like, oh, Scott, you're trying, but there's no way to sell. You mean 2018?
Yeah.
Like, there's no way to sell that and not sound like an idiot.
I know, it's so dumb.
So dumb.
Yeah. 2018. That's impossible. Also, can we talk about the fact that whatever this process of time travel has done to him, he has a stutter that the only way he can correct is by slapping himself in the face?
Yeah, because he learned that because one of the many women that he accosted on the street very casually slapped him in the face, and then he could suddenly speak again.
Yeah.
So now it's like slapping himself to get sentences out.
It helps with me stutter.
And if you're this doctor, how are you not like, okay, I'm gonna need to call some sort of medical or like some sort of, we're gonna have to lock you away, I think, into a room with padded walls because this person's speaking nonsense and now they're hitting themselves.
Well, I like when she goes to her mentor doctor in the next scene, and
yes,
and you know he's your mentor doctor because he goes, "Well, seeing as I taught you everything you know."
Classic screenwriting.
Love it, man. Love that stuff. As your wise mentor figure. God damn it.
It reminds me of that Black Dynamite scene. It's like, Jimmy, you're my 10-year-old little brother.
Yeah, it's exactly that. I have talked about before my hatred of anything that starts with "as your brother" or being that I'm your father. You know that everybody in the room is aware of the relationships.
Yes.
But she's going, I don't know. The evidence adds up. This guy might be from the past, and he's like, oh, I'm certain that's not the case. I like his solution of maybe this picture from 1985 is his father, who looks like him.
Mm-hmm. And this girl is his little sister.
Yeah. And that's when she goes, I better investigate further and go check out the fountain he crawled out of myself.
A decision no reasonable human being would make.
She goes to the fountain where there's a guy just sitting eating a fish.
Now this, I know I said that the scene with the magic oregano was the most buck wild scene in this movie. But I think this scene is actually...
I agree.
I swear, it doesn't escalate past this. This is the most
this is getting
outrageous scene in the movie.
When she looks over and a guy is just eating a fish. Like just eating like
a man in a full suit.
Yeah,
like
it's just devouring an actual fish. I was going like,
Gollum.
Yeah, we've entered like David Lynch territory at this point.
Yes. We've switched genres.
This is where we need the jazz music and Kyle MacLachlan from Twin Peaks. You know, damn fine coffee you got here. This is absolutely wild. And then she sees Connor come running at her and go by, but then he comes running at her again as if he's running in some kind of loop.
Endless loop. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he's like, how long have we been here? I swear I've been here for hours, but it's only seconds or whatever.
Something like that, yeah.
Anyway, it's crazy. And then when she pulls out her phone, there's the reflection of the alien palace, but no one can actually see it.
It also doesn't look like a reflection.
No. It's a bad effect.
It's a very bad effect.
Can we suggest this to the fellows over at the Corridor crew as a clip to watch?
Oh, that would be fun.
Yeah,
that'd be a lot of fun.
They could have a lot of fun with this movie. And so they're like, whoa, this is crazy, man. Alien shit's going on over by this fountain. Now, here's a question I have.
Oh, yeah, go ahead, yeah.
Where and how does this fountain work? Like, does just anyone who goes near this fountain end up in an alien mind warp?
You would think that somebody would have noticed by now. Yeah, huh?
Right, yeah.
And also, this effect didn't happen when Scott was here earlier. It just looked like a normal fountain.
Right. He fell into the water of the alien planet, and then when he swam out, he was in the fountain. It wasn't like he was in the alien, dimension while he was still just standing around the fountain.
Yes, it's not consistent. Yeah, it's definitely... Because they talk about, like, the closer you get to the red tree, the like it seems like you can't get any closer.
Wouldn't thousands of people walk by here every day in the middle of downtown?
Yeah, it's a public square. Yeah. Of course people would. Somebody would have noticed.
Yeah. I don't understand what it is.
It also drives me up the wall because the first scene with Scott in the fountain, the tree is unimportant. Yeah. The tree becomes important in this scene, and then after this scene, it's no longer important. It's completely forgotten, including this location. Like they explain, like, oh, it blew up for no reason.
Yes. I love that. I love when they come back and they're like, "Sorry, fountain blew up."
And it's just like, what? Why this scene? Like, what is this? This scene is so buck wild. Yeah. And then they're like, we should leave, and then they can just leave, like they're not trapped in some sort of purgatory.
No, because they gotta go save Scott Adkins, who's about to be attacked by aliens in the hospital who pretend to be members of the British Embassy.
It's just like I've been stuck in a loop here for what has felt like hours, and I can't make any progress.
And he's just like,
let's just go stage left and just leave. It's so not a big deal.
Oh wait, there's the exit door.
Oh, okay, great. Well, yeah, and then they leave, and that's the end of the scene. I'm just like,
yeah,
what happened?
That is not only is that the weirdest scene, that's probably the worst scene too. The way they're just like, that's weird. Anyway, let's get out of here.
Yeah, it's so like we don't know how to resolve this sci-fi scenario we've created, so they just leave.
This script had to be written so fast because
It seems like it was written in 20 minutes.
It had to be because anybody, if you ever went back and looked at it again, you would think some of this stuff would get fixed. You'd just be like, oh, no, wait, that doesn't add up.
Yes.
But no?
Yes. There's some scripts for these movies where it's like, oh, that could have been done a little better or whatever. Mm-hmm. This just is like, it's nonsense. It's complete nonsense, and nobody even attempted to make any sense of it. How could you read this
and not go, guys, a lot of this doesn't even add up with itself. Like,
yes, it is incongruous with logic from previously in the same scene.
Yeah,
like it almost feels like chaos, like screenwriting chaos to me.
100%,
and not intentionally. So.
No.
Yeah.
The bold, renegade storytelling of Abduction. They really broke all the rules in this one, man. This is not traditional narrative. Adkins, as we said, he gets pulled out of his hospital room, and they said the British Embassy's here to talk to you. But, of course, it's really a pair of aliens.
Yes, with spiders on their necks.
Oh, yeah. I guess they're not aliens. They're the alien drones that we've talked about.
Yes.
And they're just going to shoot him?
I guess. Yeah.
They have guns. And Scott is able to get one guy's gun. This I thought was kind of cool when he spun the guy's gun back and shot him in the throat with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like we said, the action is pretty enjoyable.
But, of course, the guy gets up because this is where we learned that even dead bodies can still be controlled by the drones.
Yes.
But don't worry, because Connor comes flying in. Wha-bam, bam, bam. And he breaks one of their necks, but still no.
Yeah.
Still the guy gets back up.
My favorite in this movie is the CG bullet hole effects that happen in the shot where somebody's getting shot, but then when it cuts back to them, there's no bullet hole anymore because obviously they weren't going to spend the money to have any sort of continuity between shots.
No.
Always fun. Yeah, because the guy got shot twice in the neck, and then the next time he gets up, there are no bullet holes.
Yeah,
I mean, you can even argue that that's part of like, oh, it heals because the
they
spider...
don't even show that though.
No,
but there's not even the blood of where that would have dripped onto his shirt and stuff.
Like that could be a pretty horrifying image, like this person with like this gaping wound in their neck, like lurching at you.
Totally,
like, that would be horrifying.
Like make it that they still take the damage. A better movie would have the same drones keep coming, but they're more and more corpse-like as they take more damage.
Yes.
Yeah, and so
that wouldn't have cost that much money. It would just be like have like a gore effect there.
Yeah.
Like just do some practical. Spend 15 to 20 minutes.
No,
applying gore makeup.
We don't have 15 to 20 minutes on this movie.
Yeah.
And some latex? Are you kidding me? Come on. We don't have this kind of budget. $2.9 million.
Yeah.
And then it's so funny to me because then Adkins tears when one of the drones goes to attack the doctor, he just rips the alien spider thing off and it drops. And I think somebody, either him or Connor, says, "Yeah, that's the way you got to stop him. You pull that." And I thought, well, then why'd you shoot him earlier and think he was dead?
I don't know, John. I don't know.
They weren't aliens.
Also, what an incredibly easy thing. Like, it's literally, you can even grasp it in your hand to make it really easy to grab and pull out.
Yeah, really bad design by the aliens.
Very bad design. So easy to remove.
They talk about these guys aren't aliens. They're the human drones, that have been controlled by the aliens.
Yeah.
And they're like, all right, well, now that we got you, Scott Adkins, let's get back to that weird alien place by the fountain. What's this? The fountain has exploded. And I just love
inconvenient.
The cop who's like, yeah, gas leak.
Hey, what are you going to do? It's Vietnam.
What? Yeah, he doesn't sound like that, but every cop in every movie is a guy from Chicago for me. He's a gas leak there. And it's like, they go, gas leak? But it's a fountain. They go, yeah, there was some pipes under it or something. I don't know.
So lazy.
Don't ask me. Lazy. I don't work for the gas company. And they go, they must have destroyed the portal to their world.
Sure.
Yeah. I also like that Scott Adkins never thought to just return to the fountain and see what he could find.
That's true. As soon as he remembered there was aliens, he should have been. Or was this last scene him remembering there was aliens? Because remember, he had amnesia.
That's right.
Maybe.
So I guess between shooting the guy and then he remembered about the thing with the necks?
Apparently. It seemed very, like, him remembering things wasn't caused by anything. There was no, like, inciting, like, oh, right, I have a daughter. It's just, well, we need the plot to continue. Quote unquote plot to continue, so he remembers something.
And the plot's going to continue here because they're going, for some reason this doctor goes, oh, I know how to get this information out of you. We'll hypnotize you.
I love a good hypnosis scene.
Get a hypnosis scene where it's causing him physical pain to remember stuff. She's like, you've got to fight through it so you can remember things. But she establishes that if she says his daughter's name, Lucy, that will pull him out of the hypnosis.
Yes.
Because that's important later, folks. Don't forget that.
I mean, they did bring something back that was set up, I suppose. It's the nicest thing I can say about this script.
But it's just stupid.
It is stupid. It is stupid and asinine, but, you know.
But here is where they get the name of a scientist who can help them. There's a Chinese scientist living in Vietnam. And I love Scott Adkins going, we have to find this scientist. Cut to, are you the scientist? Yes. All right, we found him.
Dr. Gong, I believe was his name.
We have to find Dr. Gong. Cut to, Dr. Gong? Yes.
Yes.
Well, that was easy.
So he's like resistant to help, but they established that he had already helped Scott Adkins at one point.
Yeah, because that's what he remembers. Yeah,
right. But there's no recognition from Dr. Gong of Scott Adkins in this scene.
No.
So I had forgotten that they knew each other until it was referenced later. I'm like, oh yeah, that should have really been more important in this scene.
Well, it's also one of those things where he's like, I'm not going to help you, and they're basically like, please, and he's like, all right,
okay. It's one of those things where a lot of these scripts, each scene feels like it was written in a vacuum without any context for the rest of the script.
Yes,
you know,
and a different person wrote each scene without reading the scenes before it.
Yeah.
And I do like that he goes, well, come into my lab, which has a giant whirring like motor thing in it.
It looks well. It's a hidden lab behind a bookshelf or something.
And I love a good
in this
secret lab
office.
most of the time, but
Me too.
But this,
And this whirring thing in the middle doesn't it remind you of sort of like a TARDIS set?
yeah,
You
it
know?
does have a bit of that kind of vibe to it.
Yeah.
But I also like that
Yeah.
he immediately goes, "Here, take this magic pendant, Scott Adkins. That's the thing they're looking for."
The guide stone filament.
There you go.
Now, for
Damn it! You talk about like a Doctor Who thing, guidestone filament.
and this little quote unquote stone looks so cheap.
It
looks
does.
like melted plastic.
Yeah, it looks
with,
like something in
with
like an
string.
airport gift shop.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, this is like a kid's jewelry item.
Now you might be wondering, those of you at home, do they explain what the guide stone filament is in this movie? No. They explain that it's some sort of MacGuffin required
It's
to
the last
perform
thing
a
the
ritual.
aliens need to open the portal back to their world.
Yes.
So here's the question, though. Portal back to their world. Well, what is the fountain? Is that not their world?
Right. So the CG landscape
Yeah.
at the beginning, are we led to believe that's not their world?
No, because they're trying to get back to their world, and that CG landscape is where they have the people who will help them get back to their world and open, because that's where the cages are. That
So
will be where
is that?
I don't know. That's a
I
separate.
mean, I'm asking you as if you have the answers here,
Yeah,
John. But like,
that's a separate-
that is a valid point. Like,
it's a
they don't
separate
bother.
alternate. It's a separate reality. It's not their
Yes.
dimension nor our dimension. It's some kind of middle dimension.
I guess, but there's no explanation to that. We're just surmising that based on the fact that there's
Yeah.
no explanation. Again, it's just a case of we didn't read the rest of the script. We're just writing a scene.
Well, and also you gotta love he hands him the pen. He goes, "That's what they're looking for. So keep that safe." Whoop! All of a sudden, this alien just beams into the room, grabs it from him, and goes, "Yoink!"
Yes, and then they all get like knocked unconscious by like a sleep gas or
Because
something.
the alien breathes out some kind of knockout gas.
That's what it was. And my favorite part of this is the 80-yard line. "You'd led them right to me." As they're all falling over.
I love the idea. I love the idea of like I'm falling unconscious, but with my last conscious breath, I'm gonna be like, "You led them right to me." Click. Good thing.
And so that, and in fact, that illustrates that he feels betrayed by these people. And yet, the next scene you see this guy, he's helping Connor.
Yeah.
Even though he feels. So why have that line in there if it only makes the next scene make less sense?
Also, this is one of two separate knockout gas exhale scenes.
That's true. This movie is John. This movie is. It feels like a fever dream.
It really,
you know?
well, because the thing is, this feels like so much of the stuff I consume regularly, but like so many connective tissue. Like this feels so much like a lot of comics and sci-fi stuff.
Yes.
But like all the connective tissue has been taken out. Anything that would lead from point A to point B, and you're just like, wait, what? And so yeah, it has like dream logic where you're like, I guess we're just here now. Okay.
Yeah, that's exactly it, John. It feels like a dream.
Yeah.
It is like transitions just happen and you're not sure why, but you just kind of have to like go along for the ride.
Because
I
it
guess.
does seem like I had the weirdest dream last night. I walked by a fountain and a man in a suit was eating a fish, and then another man was running in a loop. You're like,
and then there was a tree that I walked towards but couldn't get any closer
Yeah.
to. You know.
And then this alien showed up and he breathed knockout gas. And you're like, Jesus Christ.
And then he used a pile of oregano to heal a man's hook hand.
Yeah, it is just like, what? Maybe everybody's just super stoned making this movie. I don't know, because it also has that like, whoa, man, that's crazy.
Is that what the knockout gas was? You didn't see the shot before where he was taking a big rip from a bong and just exhaling like this.
Oh, how about we
gas?
pull out at the very end and it's just Scott Adkins putting the bong down and going, whoa, man, I had the craziest vision.
Well, what about this? It's the last scene of the movie, and then it starts pulling out, and then it's Scott Adkins staring at a bong.
Yeah.
And Connor's like, "What do you think he sees in there?" and Dr. Anapham's like, we'll never know.
It just turns into the stoner version of St. Elsewhere.
Yeah.
He's been like that for 10 years.
Just staring at this bong.
Oh my god. Yeah.
That would make the movie make more sense in my head, honestly. It would
Yeah,
make more sense
I'd be like,
if that's how it ended.
now all of a sudden the logical jumps add up.
I wouldn't even feel cheated if that was the ending
No.
of this movie.
Because I will say this is one of the more bizarre endings we've gotten. One of the least satisfying endings we've gotten from one of these movies.
Oh yeah.
So anyway, now Connor and the scientist, Dr. Gong, are on the slab where they're putting these things on people's necks, and it is Dr. Gong who goes, "Okay, I'll distract the guard while you run off," and this will get him killed.
Get him killed, and Connor won't escape. He'll come back and fight the guy, which he could have just done in the
After
first
he's
place.
already killed Dr. Gong.
Dr. Gong dies for literally no reason.
I also like,
which is
after Connor beats this guy up, he looks down at Dr. Gong's dead body for like a beat, and then he just goes, "All right." Like there's no like, "Oh no, Dr. Gong died." It's more just like, "I guess he's dead." Okay, well, back to the movie.
Well, why would he? I mean, he doesn't have any sort of relationship to this character. No. Scott Adkins has more of the relationship with this character.
Mm-hmm.
So he has no reason to care about this person, I suppose. Like, no narrative reason, anyways.
No.
Yeah.
So Connor's running deeper into wherever this is. The alien palace in a world that's not their home world. Jesus.
Mm-hmm. But also not Earth.
Yeah, but very much not Earth.
The upside down, if you will.
I was going to say, or the mirror dimension from Doctor Strange. So, which Scott Adkins in Doctor Strange, by the way.
Oh, really?
The first one, yeah. He's Caecilius's main henchman. He's the guy who ends up. He's the guy who fights Doctor Strange in the astral form.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
That's Scott Adkins.
Cool.
Yeah, that is cool. So he Connor's running around, and what's this? I'm doing a lot of the Batman 66 narrator. What's this?
Because how else do you transition?
I mean, honestly, it would have helped if this movie is doing that, because then at least I'd be ready for the startling story.
Narrated by Adam West.
Yeah. Then Scott Adkins chose to run to the alien palace. Better movie.
Yeah.
But Scott Adkins now has one of those things on his neck, and he's being mind controlled, so we can get the Connor Adkins fight.
Yes.
Ding a ding a ding ding a ding 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 a ding a ding. Quinn, by the way, apparently is Scott Adkins' name.
Medicine Woman.
He's a descendant of Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman. I'm just looking at the more like this on IMDb for Scott Adkins. I swear all of his movies have the same poster, basically. It's all just like him staring intensely, either holding a gun or he's got a gun holstered or something.
I just love that Scott intentionally wants to be in it. You know, he's like, this is the dream. I don't need to be in like big budget Hollywood.
No, he's very clear about this was the goal. Were the B action movies. Okay, we have to see incoming, Listman. It's Scott Adkins on a space station.
Excellent.
Yeah, this seems very up our alley. Incoming.
Even though we didn't really like this movie, I'm still willing to watch any movie that Scott Adkins is in.
Well, next year we're devoting an entire month to him, so
as we should
get a whole month of Adkins. So stay tuned for that, everybody. And that won't even scratch the surface. We could do like a year of Adkins probably if we really wanted. But
yeah,
I don't think we should, but one could,
maybe if we need it, you know, like we might be in an emotional state where we need a full year of Scott Adkins.
Yeah, it's like that's our emergency button to hit on here is like year of Adkins.
Exactly.
Or it's a thing where we just keep renewing it month after month. We're like, what do you think? Next month, more Adkins? Yeah. And it just ends up being a year. We never get out of it.
Well, we'll get to other films eventually, but like, I'm just not in a place to move on from Scott.
I just need some more Scott right now. So they have their big fight here. That is weird because he takes the alien thing off of Scott Adkins' neck, and Scott Adkins is fine then. It seemed to kill the other guys when they took it off the neck.
So, okay, I had the same confusion last night, and I think Maggie explained it in a way that made it make sense.
I love the idea that Maggie's like, no, I've cracked this.
She's cracked the code. Okay,
Yeah.
So the reason why the other people died when it was removed from them is because they received damage that would have killed a human being. So Scott Adkins didn't, therefore removing it doesn't kill him.
Gotcha. Okay,
there is a logic there. It's not explained at all in this movie, so like it is confusing. But I think that is
first
why
off, though, he is able to overpower the control apparently by saying his daughter's name, which I like. That the hypnosis safe word also overcomes the alien technological mind control.
Apparently, yeah.
Good Lord, that's convenient.
It's a setup and payoff that does happen, but doesn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah, that really worked out for them, didn't it?
Yeah, real lucky there. Yeah.
Whew. And so they're like, quick, we have to find the doctor. Oh no, what's this? She's a shriveled corpse.
She gets one line before she dies.
Yeah.
But she's an old woman. Like they took the youth from her or something.
Well, because they needed a new face for their human forms, and so it's now 3 aliens that look like her.
Yeah.
Weird.
Okay, great.
Weird. This is all weird.
Weird. And also, if you're gonna have somebody be the face of the villain, maybe have that person be slightly charismatic. Like have a slightly charismatic on-screen presence.
I like Scott Adkins. He's like, you fucking cowards. At least have the decency to show us your true forms.
I love that Scott Adkins' impression is just like a degree or two off of a Jason Statham.
Yeah,
impression.
it's a slightly less intense Statham. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have those two done a movie together? Because we need them in a film together.
I would love to see those two in a movie together.
I'm trying to think, has Adkins been? Because Adkins, I don't think he's been in a Fast and Furious, and that seems unacceptable.
He should.
That seems
that is
unacceptable.
A shame.
I gotta see if he did sneak into one, because you get a lot of people in there playing like henchmen and stuff.
Yes,
because that's where you get like Tony Jaa is in one of them. And so you get, but no, I don't think he has.
Whoa.
He's been in Expendables, but he is
that
not,
makes sense.
Yeah, he was in Expendables too, but he's not been in Fast and Furious. Man, come on, well, he's gonna be in John Wick, which of course, he's got to be in John Wick. That makes all the sense.
Wait, so him and Jason Statham were in the Expendables together.
That is true. You're right. Yeah. Never mind.
I think they even had a fight scene, if I'm not mistaken.
They might have. I
believe they did. Yeah, because they covered it on the Corridor Crew. It was like they were talking about how it was sort of dimly lit. I think.
Yes, I think you're right.
Complain about it.
Yes, there you go. They did act together. I think he's one of Van Damme's henchmen in Expendables too. Okay, and then what was the other thing? Oh, he's also in a Bourne film. He did fight Matt Damon in a Bourne film as well.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so that's good. So he gets in there and stuff like that. He's in the new Lisman, a movie that we might have to do some kind of bonus or something. I don't know if you've seen the trailer for Day Shift. It's Jamie Foxx's new Netflix movie. So it's a vampire movie made by the fight crew from the John Wick movies.
Okay. I am interested.
Yeah,
I am interested
Scott Adkins is in that apparently as well. But it's
cool.
Jamie Foxx as a mercenary vampire hunter, with insane John Wick level fight scenes where he takes on vampires.
Cool.
Yeah,
that sounds great.
It looks awesome. So
is it called? Is it a Blade movie?
It kind of feels like a Blade movie. Yeah, it seems a little Blade-like. Yeah, Day Shift. Some motherfuckers always be trying to ice skate uphill. One of the greatest lines in film history is in Blade. All right, let's see
can we just talk about?
Yeah,
this movie does so when we see Anna Pham, Dr. Anna Pham as an old lady, they don't just get an old lady.
No.
Play it. They do the worst possible option that they could do with a $2.9 million budget, which is try to CG an old person face onto her body.
You got that right.
Why?
Yeah.
Why? That doesn't make any sense. Just get an old lady to do it.
I don't.
Like, what?
Yeah.
Why are you making this needlessly difficult for yourself?
I know.
Like, there's no way you're gonna pull off a Marvel or Disney level. Like,
No.
even Marvel and Disney do it. It's to varying degrees of success. You know what I mean?
Sure,
and they
yeah.
have all the money in the fucking world.
Right.
So like,
because it's so hard. Animating on a human face is maybe the hardest thing you can do. Like trying to yeah. And so
it's
and here
crazy.
it
So
is an atrocious effect.
she looks like her face is made of stone. She looks like a gargoyle.
Yes. Yeah, I think gargoyle is a perfect description. Yeah.
Yeah. I forgot about that. I just saw the note here to mention it, but yeah.
And so when they do, it's so funny that they take Anna's face because then they immediately turn into this green crystalline form.
Yeah, there's another transformation immediately after they take her form, which is like a crystalline serpent monster
that then breathes knockout gas.
That also God, this is where the second knockout gas scene takes place.
Now Scott Adkins wakes up and his hands are tied together and he's hung up on a pipe hanging from the ceiling.
Yes. Both of them are, I believe. Yeah.
But I like when, as this is going on, he's trying to shimmy off of that pipe and one of the aliens goes, "Oh no you don't," and just curls the end of the pipe so he can't get it straight up. I love that.
Yeah. Very funny.
Almost got me there, Scott Adkins. Naughty boy. Yeah, so they're hanging from the ceiling. And this is where we find out, okay, this is the reveal of their big plan. They need to get back to this is so interesting because mild spoilers from Miss Marvel. This is kind of the plot of the villains in Miss Marvel is they need to use her powers to get them back to their own dimension, except it's all on Earth and they don't have some weird middle dimension. And like it actually makes sense from a character standpoint.
Weird.
Yeah, I know, right? It doesn't.
I don't follow, John.
Yeah,
what do you mean?
Yeah, it's like it like really adds up to the themes of the show.
Themes?
Yeah, character work.
No, that doesn't make
arcs. I don't follow. Structure.
This is a foreign concept to me, John.
Yeah. So they've kidnapped multiple people from Earth, including Scott Adkins' daughter and Connor's wife.
Yes.
Because they are people with immense chi.
Yeah, so it's like a they're trying to combine science fiction with sort of like Eastern philosophy.
And that's fine if they want to do that, but you can't just toss that shit in.
You're right. Exactly.
Like, yeah.
She is a measurable energy, and we are going to use it to power our Deus Ex Machina device.
Right. And so they've attached these collars to everybody that will drain them of their chi.
Mm-hmm.
And then I guess that pendant will tell them where to go?
Yeah, it's like a navigating device.
I guess that's the idea. And so that's going to get them to open up a big green portal back to their home world.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
But finally, Connor, the way Connor defeats this is by just tackling one of the aliens into the beam of the thing.
So how did they get loose? How did Connor get loose?
Yeah, they don't really show that.
Okay, great. Yeah. They stopped Scott from being able to break
I just
free,
have
but
Connor
escape
escape shackles. I didn't write down how. But he tackles an alien through the portal, and that shuts it down and frees everyone.
Yes. So yeah, them going through the portal erases the shackles around Scott Adkins's arms as well as all of the cages. It's weird what disappeared after this and what didn't. You know what I mean?
Right.
It seems arbitrary. Why certain maybe metal objects disappear? I'm maybe looking into the logic of something that was not thought out at all. I guess I'm realizing the foolishness of such a endeavor,
I don't.
But Connor saves the day through.
But he's gone.
He finally a hero. And it would be great if the wife, like if Scott went up to the wife and said, "I'm so sorry about what your husband. And she's like, he's a hero." Like,
oh, that would have been something. That would have been at least an attempt at like an arc,
some sort of payoff.
Yeah,
of it.
Fair point.
I guess
there,
he was a hero after all, or something like that.
Yeah. Now instead, she's just like, "Oh no, he's gone," and Scott X is like, "Who cares? Got my daughter back."
Feck off.
Yeah. And then it goes to days later.
Yes.
And the Connor's wife is just standing around listening to the radio. Or no, she's not.
She's in bed,
she's asleep, and the radio turns on. And there's this staticky voice on it. And she's like, "Connor, is that you?"
Yeah, it turns into the ending of an X-Files episode here.
Yeah, I did not expect this to be the end of the movie then. Just immediately the movie stops.
Pretty weird. Is it setting up a sequel?
I think
so.
Think
that's what they're going to?
I think so. Abduction to the other side or something, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
Abducted.
Yeah, there you go. Abduction, abducted. Yeah. Terrible.
Reducted.
Unabducted. I don't know.
Unabducted. Oh God.
And then because she's like, "Connor, is that you?" And he's like, "Yeah." And then the movie just ends.
Yeah.
Like,
and I was like, "Yeah, I don't have to watch this piece of shit anymore."
Oh, it's over. Yeah, no, we're done. Whoo, this thing stunk, man.
Oof, it was.
I don't have any
bad.
one-liners. I don't think there's a kill of the movie worth talking about.
No.
I think this is
just
this movie's better left forgotten.
It's just a turd. You know, that needs to be flushed.
It really is, and it's a forgettable one. You know what I mean? It's not even like hilariously, memorably bad. It's just bad, and like I never have to think about this again.
Yeah, and the more you think about it, the more the worse it is, I think.
Yes, absolutely.
Because I came into this podcast, like the start of the recording of this, being like, I had fun with like the fight scenes and stuff, and I love Scott.
Yeah.
But now I'm kind of mad because we had to talk about it and like realized just how atrocious the storytelling in this movie was.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
It comes in waves.
Yeah. Now, I had to, well, as you know, Listman, it is always my mission in life to find the strangest IMDb reviews for this movie. I had to really dig to find anyone saying anything remotely interesting about this movie.
Okay.
But I did find this comes to us from IMDb user Sesk Fabulous. And the title of the review is Very Surprised. Was expecting the usual bang, bang, fight, fight, but this was very different. Bit like The Matrix, Aliens, and Terminator. It's nothing like any of those movies. The acting from the three leads are okay. Put it this way, it was on in the background, and after 10 minutes, I was glued to the screen. It's very original. 8 out of 10 stars.
Oof. Wow.
I can't agree with any of that. I like the idea that, like, I just put on, like, whatever, and then they just got so engrossed in it, and they just got sucked in. Because when they said initially when I was reading that, it said, put it this way, it was on in the background, I thought, like, good, yeah, that's kind of, if you just have it on in the background, check it when there's a fight scene, and then go about what you're doing. No, I like the idea if I put it on the background, but then I couldn't look away. Because this thing also so original.
It's like a car crash in slow motion. I just couldn't look away.
Okay, so that was their review. Our old pal Bruce didn't check this movie out, but I do have a somewhat tangentially related review here. So it's time for another segment of The Winning Opinion. All right, this is Bruce, as we know, is not a science fiction fan, right? Not a sci-fi guy. But Listman, his opinion might be changing just a bit. That's right, because Bruce watched Judge Dredd. Not Dredd. The Sylvester Stallone 1990s Judge Dredd movie.
Okay, great.
Yeah. And here is Bruce's review. It is titled, I actually watched good science fiction. I do like the action and violence, even though it was science fiction. I like the shooting. There's quite an abundance of that. I like the vehicle pursuit scenes. I like the punching and kicking and exploding. So because I watch sci-fi, I have a world of other movies at my disposal. 5 out of 5 stars. Now, I kind of enjoy the 90s Judge Dredd. It's a very silly movie, but I like Stallone. Yeah. It's not a good take on the comics, and the Carl Urban movie's a fucking brilliant action sci-fi film. But I just love the idea that Bruce is like, I finally found good sci-fi, like one of the most abhorred science fiction movies of the 90s. Because there's an abundance of shoot. I mean, he's right about that. Stallone shoots a lot of people in it.
I mean, it is a sci-fi film that feels like a dumb action movie. So
I have another recommendation for him that ties in with one of our commentaries over on the Patreon. He would fucking love Demolition Man.
Yes, definitely.
He would absolutely love Demolition Man. So watch that one next. If it's a sci-fi movie with Stallone, then you're gonna want to watch that, Bruce. Well, we didn't like this, so how about we come up with another science fiction vehicle specifically for Scott Adkins here, and fire up our handy dandy action movie title generator and see if we can't come up with something a little better for Scott here. Let me fire this thing up here. It is gas powered, so I gotta prime it. And then, all right, here
crank
all right, here it is. This is Scott Adkins in Alerted by the Revolution.
Ooh.
Alerted by the Revolution. So immediately, obviously, I'm thinking this science fiction revolution dystopian future.
Sure. Yes. Yes. So, I mean, there's a lot of avenues to go here. He's alerted by the revolution, so it took him by surprise.
Yes.
I would assume.
So that means it's got to be a society, at least from his perspective, that is seemingly working at the beginning of the movie.
And perhaps it's one of those, like, he was ignorant to maybe the more negative aspects, like his prosperity is on the backs of some other societies suffering.
So you've got
robots.
You've got there you go. The human race has reached extreme like comfort, right? Everyone is looked after. It's a seemingly socialist paradise. Everyone has wealth and accumulation and food and resources, but it is at the expense of a slave race of robots.
Yes, exactly.
So it's a little kind of it's almost like WALL-E, but like a darker WALL-E.
Yes,
robots do everything for people, but they're living in this almost like ancient Rome sort of world of decadence. Instead of being like fat lazy people, everybody's like almost like
like statuesque,
antebellum South, large houses, fancy parties, beautiful clothing, bourgeois kind of society that's ignoring this until the robot revolution.
Yeah. And what if Scott's well, I don't know if this is a little too far, but Scott's consciousness gets drawn into a machine.
Sure.
At the right before the robots needed to swap. They needed to take his consciousness out of his body and maybe replace.
There you go.
Put something.
Scott wakes up as a robot.
Yes. And that's how he has learned of the injustices that fallen upon the human.
This is actually more sci-fi than there's action in it too, but it's definitely a little bit headier sci-fi than something like Abduction.
Yes, that is true. I mean, we can put some fist fights in there.
There'll be plenty of that kind of stuff too. But I like this as as the beginnings of something there. Yeah, and Scott Adkins is alerted by the revolution.
Yeah,
I like this.
Yeah,
I'd watch that.
I'd see this.
Yeah,
I think there's a lot to explore there thematically.
Well, look for that at your local Redbox.
Yeah.
it's gonna be a little bit more of a thinky one.
Yes.
Well, I'll tell you something, Listman, that there is no way in hell it's gonna be thinky because it's two of the dumbest meatheads we can think of in a movie. is next week's film, which is entitled Maximum Conviction.
Yeah.
Yes. And it stars the pairing we've all been waiting for, Steven Seagal and Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Steve v. Steve.
And yes, I know you're wondering, they both have giant machine guns on the poster that are blasting away as shell casings are raining down on the viewer.
Here's what's nice about this movie coming up. Mm-hmm. I know exactly. There's no false expectations here.
No, I think
I know exactly what to expect.
Yeah.
I get a full week to fully mentally prepare for this.
Yeah.
And I think I'll be the better for it.
Well, and as always, and this will fit with this, Listman, would you like to hear the tagline for this movie?
Yes.
I think this will match our expectations. Maximum security. Maximum firepower. Maximum conviction.
Yeah, pretty generic.
As they just blast away with their big old machine guns.
Yeah.
And Seagal's wearing sunglasses and a backwards ball cap.
Great.
Yeah. We are.
This is pre goatee.
Pre-goatee. This is 2012's Seagal. So right before the beginning of the tiny sunglasses.
This was about where he started having stunt doubles do running for him.
This is just about that. He does seem to be up and about in this movie.
He does stand in it. So this is like still standing era.
He's got glasses. They're not the tiny ones yet. He's got more of like the tactical sunglasses in this, but he seems to be wearing those the whole movie.
Great.
Because,
to hide the fact that his eyes are riddled with and bloodshot.
Something's wrong with his eyes. I'm certain of that now because he always seems to make a point to hide the eyes. Then we're gonna get to the goatee to take some of the some of the look away from the jowls. I think is what I've always taken that to be, distract from that a bit. And of course, in classic fashion of one of these, it's Seagal, Steve Austin, and then no one you've ever heard of.
Exactly.
So there you go. So that's Maximum Conviction next week on the show, but that's going to do it for this week's episode of The Action Shelf. I'm John Campbell.
I'm Michael Listman.
Till next week, get yourself some action.
The Action Shelf. The Action Shelf.